Uh, Joe Biden, this fucking high criminal that was shoved down through deceit and malpractice by the legacy media, by the DNC, by lobbyists, by the Democratic elite. Uh, a man who has gotten a laundry list, longer, a list of things that would fill up my room if I were to write it on the wall, on the walls of this room, of things that he has done that has basically demonstrated without a doubt that he is against the electorate, that he is a racist, that he's a misogynist, that he's a rapist and sexual molester and harasser. There are videos of him ogling little kids, little girls. Never mind sniffing young women in the hair or touching them. Look, I'm not talking about you putting your hand on somebody's shoulder and patting him, or bringing him in for a little bit of a hug because you genuinely like that person. I'm not talking about the coincidental ones and so on and so forth. Biden is a creepy motherfucker who should be in jail. He did he voted for NAFTA. He voted for the crime bill. He voted for. He was pushing TPP. He was against segregational busing. The Republican who's the one cheering and the one pushing against it. Biden has called that guy a good person, a friend, and a strong leader, and all that other stuff. I could keep going on and on and on. Never mind the 4 or 5 times that he's been on C-SPAN in Washington at the House, at the Congressional House, talking about how he wants to eliminate Medicare and Medicaid and this is but Jimmy Dore just brought up a report about a story about how Biden was back in 2018 during the midterms. He was championing a Republican and helped this Republican win re-election. Now, I don't care that he beat out a Democrat. I honestly don't care. As far as I'm concerned, if you're running as a Democrat, you're a fucking establishment tool. You're a piece of shit. But Biden helped a guy who's been the one rah-rahing to get rid of to repeal the Affordable Care Act, which, by the way, was a Republican conservative policy that the Republicans couldn't get through and shelved. So, you know how they were Bernie's divisive. Bernie's not a team player. Bernie's this, and the progressives and the left are all of this and more. Yet Biden was paid $200,000 fucking dollars to come over and speak over there during the midterms and to help get Republicans I look, if he was if someone wanted to kill that motherfucker and did, I'd be out in the street fucking dancing. I just don't understand. This is why people need to be informed. This is why people need to have a moral backbone, an ethical backbone. This is why people need, if they consider themselves moral and compassionate and empathetic, then they need to pay attention. And they need to follow through. And I say they because it's fucking certainly isn't me or Jimmy. We're talking about our convictions. We're stating our convictions. We're showing our convictions. All those motherfuckers, they should be strung up. And rather than those two fucking assholes who shot that poor 25-year-old man because of the color of his skin, we should be out there doing the same thing to these motherfuckers. All of them, Republicans and Democrats. We should be doing that to them. We should be making them run for the fucking hills. We should be putting fear of God into them. And we should be understanding we are fucking God. And you do what we fucking tell you to do. Fuck them all. I do not accept the necessity for other Americans to suffer. To suffer needlessly. This is why we need to be informed. That it is not right and it is not necessary for you to fucking go on with your lives and not do anything about it. Put your money where your fucking mouth is. I do not accept the need of a 25-year-old or a fucking 4-year-old, 4, 5, 6-year-old getting shot by the so-called police. I do not accept the fact or reality of fucking these fucking judges and DAs and so on and so forth fucking saying they can't bring down the justice of the hammer. They are the nails, we are the hammer. Get it through. They are the nails, we are the hammer. Fuck me!